Ready?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Committee on Public Services. We can use our pads for the roll.
You have a quorum present.
Thank you. Next item.
B, Chairwoman's remarks.
No, I have not, except I will not remember this at the end. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. So, all right, thank you. Next item.
C, approval of the November 12th, 2024 meeting minutes.
So moved.
We have approval and support. Any questions, changes? All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? Oh, and you can vote on your tablet at this point.
Motion carried.
All right, next item.
D, unfinished business. There is none listed.
Okay, next item.
Item 1, under new business, revision of resolution number 2024-715, Amendment 1 to an agreement which consists of an addendum and master subscription agreement with 2 one-year options to renew with Brightly Software, Inc.
Okay, and this is just a change, the term of the agreement. So the change is in bold, April 30th, 2026. Any questions on this? All right, next item.
Item 2, requesting commission approval of Amendment 1 to a 3-year professional services contract with 1 2-year option to renew with Bardman Group to continue to provide real estate brokerage consulting and or appraisal services on a commission basis.
Okay, someone here on this? Morning.
Good morning, all. Gregory Hurst, Director of Facilities Management and Planning. So this is one of several vendors that we utilize for brokerage services if the county is engaging in the selling, purchasing, and or leasing properties. So pretty much this, you don't see a dollar value associated because the contract allows them, if we were to make a purchase, if we were to lease something or to sell a property, the fees are they're described within the contract itself. We have multiple vendors that we utilize for these services, and so it is utilized on an as-needed basis, and that's pretty much it for this contract.
So we've only used them for the 2 properties in Livonia.
So they have been one of the brokers that we've used to do the research and also find properties for us, and they are the brokers that are attached to the Livonia properties.
Yeah, I just have a question. I know the one property is still in question, the one on Middle Belt Road, but what about the tech center property?
The tech center, we're still working with the owner to kind of iron out the terms, if you will, for the potential purchase.
Can you tell us what you're purchasing it for, or would you rather wait?
It's not been fully negotiated just yet.
Okay. All right. And so this is one of 4 companies
Correct.
that we use for our 200 properties, about 200 properties.
It is available for those additional properties, yes.
Questions on this? Go ahead, Sam.
I have a question. You mentioned the Middle Belt property. Is that the one that you were potentially looking for the Wayne County Sheriff's?
There was, yes, this company was looking at the property for the road patrol potential purchase.
Okay, is that still ongoing, the negotiation?
It's still on the table. It's kind of on hold at the moment, but it's still on the table.
Thank you.
Yes.
Any other questions? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Al, you want to put your mic on?
Facility,
Will you repeat that since the sirens are going?
you
And
mentioned the patrol, it's mean they gonna move from Henry Ruff and Westland?
So there have been conversations of the potential purchase of a property in Livonia on Middle Belt Road. There has been no purchase agreement or agreed upon terms to date to bring to commission for your approval.
I expressed my opinion about that issue in the past, the location of the present building on Henry Ruff. It's probably the best location the county could find to serve the most important area because of the 2 airport And we remember from the disaster when the airplane fell on 94 in Middle Belt, how important to be close and be center in the county to respond to anything in timely manner. And in the past, we talk about demolishing the existing building because it's outdated and build a new facility for Wayne County Sheriff that really enhanced the image of the public safety of Wayne County. That's my position on it, but it's up to the commissioner. It would be a mistake to move it from 100 off.
Yeah, the only reason I brought this up is because this company worked on that property and the other one in Livonia. But nothing's been settled with it. I mean, that was just in our notes, so.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, any other questions? Okay, next item. Thank you.
Item 3, requesting commission approval of a 3-year comparable source contract with a 2-year option to renew with McAllister Machinery Co. to provide parts, repairs, and maintenance for the Caterpillar backup electrical power generators for the Rouge Valley Sewage Disposal System in the Ecorse Creek Pollution Abatement Drainage District for the Department of Public Services Equipment Division.
Okay, is there someone on this? There we go. Good morning.
Good morning. My name is Elizabeth Pereira. I'm Assistant Division Director for DPS Environmental Services Division. That should have been not Equipment Division. I believe that should be Environmental Services Division.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense,
Mm.
since it's the Rouge Valley. No, wait, no, this is the Caterpillar one. This is the next.
Yeah,
that's coming up.
it is for the generator at the Rouge
Okay.
Valley Sewer System,
There
so
you
you're
go.
right on that.
Step, okay. All right, so this is just a contract. This company only has the parts for this.
They
Right.
actually, they actually are licensed for these generators.
Okay.
They license and they certified those, Caterpillar generators at McAllister.
Okay.
So this would be for maintenance on the generators, and now that we're entering into the cold season, we want to make sure those generators are up and running for the pumping stations.
All right. Any questions on this? Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Next item?
Item 4, requesting commission approval of Amendment 2 to a purchase and development agreement with Newburgh Mill to extend the due diligence period to 180 days after commission approval for the sale of Newburgh Mill and for Newburgh Mill LLC to build an equestrian center, offices, and storage facilities on Hines Park property in Dearborn Heights for the sheriff's office mounted unit, which will be displaced by the sale.
Okay, someone here on this? Good morning.
Good morning. Alicia Bradford, DPS Parks Division Director.
Good morning, Jim Jernigan, Assistant Corporation Counsel.
Hey, thank you for being here. We had a lot of information in our packet, but maybe you can go through. This has got a long history, and maybe you can just give us a synopsis of what's going on and what the petitioner is asking for.
Sure. As a component of the original purchase agreement that was entered into, I think in 2019 or 2020, the developer had the ability to essentially perform his own due diligence, which is, standard in every purchase agreement. As a result of having switched the originally contemplated properties, the purchase agreement was amended in 21. Which extended the due diligence period, but due to some circumstances really beyond anyone's control, this developer also did, as this body knows, also did Wilcox Mill and
Phoenix Mills.
Phoenix Mills. So, he's a well-known entity, and his position was that he'd just like to be able to complete this process at this point. And the department doesn't see an issue with it, particularly given his history.
And this will be 180 days once this is approved.
Correct.
They'll be able to look at the property again.
And as a practical matter, he's already done a lot. So, I mean, but this will get him to the hopefully the finish line, we presume.
So part of this contract was that they had to build the horse stables, and that was supposed to be in Dearborn Heights at one point, right? That property. That's what you were looking at originally?
Through the chair, yeah, we have identified near the Wallaceville location in Dearborn Heights where the new equestrian stables will be and proposed office space for parks and sheriff's team as well.
So that's still going ahead?
That's all part of this
Yeah.
due diligence in this particular agreement. Yes.
Okay, because I wasn't sure if that was on hold and you were looking for another area to put the horse stables.
No,
Okay,
still slated for the Wallaceville location in Dearborn Heights.
so they will build those before they are given the property at Newburgh, correct?
Correct.
All right. Does anybody have questions on this? Go ahead.
Regarding building the stables for the horses, so this is the same property that was identified before? I believe from what I recall, it was a home with large acreage. Am I wrong?
Through the chair, no, that's not the location. That was one of the possible sites for
Okay.
that. No, this is really next to our Wallaceville location where there were former tennis courts in Dearborn Heights, sits just on top of the hill near, I want to think Beach Daily.
Okay,
I'm
so this
familiar.
property is county property.
That is, it's all
Okay,
all
okay.
county property. Yes,
All right,
correct.
thank you.
Mhm. You're welcome.
Any questions? Great. I mean, we're looking forward to this. They've done an awesome job at Phoenix Mill. Phoenix, right? That's one that's completed.
Right. Phoenix is completed. He's done some considerable work at Wilcox Mills, putting in new windows and doing some repair there. So he's making some strides at that location as well.
That's a tough location
Yeah.
as well. All right, if there's no questions. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, next.
Moving to the addenda, item 5, requesting commission approval of amendment 1 to a 3-year purchase order terms and conditions contract with 1 2-year option to renew with Tri-County International Trucks to continue to provide original equipment manufactured parts and repairs for Navistar International Equipment products.
Okay, someone here on this? Morning. Green, is the green light on?
Looks like it, don't it? Oh, now we are. Oh. There we go.
Okay,
Okay, Eric Ludwig, Assistant Division Director for Equipment.
okay,
Good morning, Commissioners. Mark Maxwell, Senior Executive Project Manager, DPS Equipment.
okay.
Yes, we're actually seeking approval to extend our current contract with Tri-County International Trucks to go ahead and continue our maintenance and parts purchasing of our international dump trucks.
Okay, and this is a $3 million contract,
Yes, ma'am.
correct?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so this is just the maintenance and the parts and equipment?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that is actually for the maintenance side and the parts purchasing.
Okay, any questions on this? All right, thank you. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
here. Next item?
Item 6, requesting commission approval of retroactive amendment 5 to a cooperative purchase agreement with AT&T Mobility National Accounts LLC for the installation of 13 automated vehicle locating units in county vehicles and to continue to provide fleet managers with real-time and historical GPS-based information for efficient fleet management.
Okay, someone here?
Good morning, Commissioners. Steve Shea, Division Director of Road Maintenance.
Bellinger, Department Manager.
Is your right hand?
Takes.
No.
There we go.
Got it.
Tony Bellinger, DPS Roads Maintenance Division.
Okay, so tell us about this.
This is the GPS on our snow and ice fleet. We're looking to continue the contract at least for the winter season while our management evaluates other solutions. So AT&T is our primary AVL vendor. They've been with us for about 10 years. So as our management reviews other solutions, this is to get us through the current winter operation season.
So what do you mean other solutions for what?
They're looking at other feature-rich systems to see if there's any additional features that might be that might fit their current vision for the next winter operation season. So they're just looking at what's out there, what's new, and what can be utilized. But until such time as those decisions are made, this will continue on through this current winter operation season.
Right, just so for the commissioners that don't know, GPS is a global positioning service, a system which would enables us to communicate back and forth to see what that position of these vehicles are. So that's what this is so important for our fleet and for our trucks.
So you're gonna put them in 13
Additional
little
13.
trucks. So how many, do all our trucks have them now for the winter?
Yes, our trucks all, there's about 150 vehicles that we have that are tracking, and they've been tracking since the last contract. So
It's a great
Mhm.
asset. I mean, it just basically shows you the speed, the location, where, well, we're working on other features, but we're trying to determine, I know Scott and Tony and I been looking at different avenues to maybe now look at, to see if we can actually, if a truck goes down a roadway and salts that road, it'll be able to see the crumbs. They'll say, well, okay, this road was just salted. So for anybody that asks.
Okay, do you guys have questions? So, and then the public can use this with the Compass website as well, right?
that's right. It feeds into the Compass.
Okay, so my last question for me is how come it's retroactive? Okay,
Well, there were some issues with AT&T's ability to pay. They had a tax bill that was outstanding, and so that held up the contract until AT&T was able to pay that tax bill. It was a small tax bill, about $500, but it held up the contract.
any
The
other-
treasurer's office held that contract until it was rectified.
All right. Okay, anybody else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, commissioners. Happy Thanksgiving.
All right, next item. Oh, we need a direction. Oh, you have it here? All right.
We have a motion by Commissioner Kenlock and a support by Commissioner Baydun.
Okay, I can't vote on this, but,
We'll take you as a yes.
yeah. Thank you. All right, so please vote. Voted. All
Motion
right,
carried.
Carries. Next item.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
I've heard of none. Next item.
G, public comments.
Anyone here in this room that would like to address the Committee on Public Services? Do we have any emails?
No emails are received.
Okay, how about anybody on Zoom with their hand up?
There are no hands raised on Zoom.
Can you unmute everyone? If there's someone on the phone or someone on a computer that would like to address us, please go ahead for 2 minutes.
Give him 45.
Okay, hearing and seeing no one. Next item.
Adjournment.
Great.